I'm going to beat the secret level Veiled Command using just basic skills. We're going to take the aggressive stance skill, which you get from beating the prequel campaign, and the attack up skill, which you basically get for free, and you get 2 skills from beating the main campaign. Let's get started. Alright, I'm going to hold left click to skip the dialogue. Believe it or not, we can beat this entire level just with bombers. The rest of the units will be sacrificed or used mostly for capturing, but the bombers are going to be the entire strategy. We'll want to focus on taking out the enemy anti-air, and they have quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 anti-air. But don't worry, we'll very quickly get rid of them. Now, you might have a different experience on this map depending on what this Pioneer does and how well you can interfere with it. But we don't need to worry about that right now. It's totally fine. I'm going to start by moving this unit over here in the hopes of maybe possibly killing the Pioneer. I'm not going to try to capture this just yet. Instead, I'm going to look to see which anti-air I can attack first. They're all guarding each other, so let's try to move the maximum safe distance away from the anti-air, and just kind of position aliens in a place where maybe they can get some attacks in. We'll keep this unit here. It might be able to cross over and grab that at some point, which could be good. So we want to position our bombers so that they're right at the edge of the anti-air range, and they're all kind of together. It doesn't really benefit us to have the bombers sort of separate. Now, this anti-air can actually be taken out by the alien, so we'll want to put the alien here to bait it into being poisoned. Don't forget to use your aliens as bait. Really, they make great bait. This alien, for example, I also want to be bait. So we're going to put it over here. And this commander will start running down because I'm going to want it to capture this eventually. We'll try to keep it a little bit safe. This doesn't look too bad. Honestly, there's not a lot for these guys to do while the battle is going on. But we definitely want to build a Pioneer. This airbase could be useful. We could start building cheap air units out of it. So we'll build a Pioneer heading in that direction. And there's not a lot else to do right now, so we're going to end our turn. Our objective, by the way, we're going to ignore all this. There's only 3 stars. We just need to beat the level in 12 turns with a decent power of 3 and capture about 8. Strictly speaking, you don't actually have to capture these particular buildings. You can just kind of rout the enemy, but it's good to go for those buildings just to have a win condition on the table. Sure enough, the anti-air attacks our alien and poisons itself. The tank does too, keeping our commander safe. The aliens are good for just attacking these anti-air that we want to poison, and that's one less thing the bombers have to deal with. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of anti-air here. That's pretty spooky, but let's not worry about that for right now. Can we stop this Pioneer in time from building there? It doesn't look like we can. So I'm going to move over here to maybe try to fight it. Meanwhile, we've already poisoned this anti-air, so this alien's job is kind of done. It can run over here. I'd love to poison some more anti-airs, but let's figure out what we're going to do with the bombers first. We can hit this one, and this one. And this one will probably counterattack us. This one might not move because it's guarding a power station. So let's go ahead and use the bombers to destroy as many of these as we can. One of our bombers might be hit in the counterattack, but to help reduce the odds of that happening, maybe we can, wagon an alien over here. I don't know. Why not? I'm also going to start running down aliens here to start poisoning things that I don't want to deal with and start bringing the commander over this way. Now this bomber, unfortunately, can't really hit an anti-air. That tank is already poisoned, but I'm still going to attack it anyway, because it's annoying me. We'll bring the commanders over here. They might be able to capture some buildings. But of course, the job of this is just going to be building that airbase. We can build some cheap air units. And we'll try not to let our T-copter get destroyed, because it'll refuel the bombers, and, we're about to lose one of them. So we've moved about everything. You don't have to play exactly like I do, and the AI will do something different each time. The important thing is We're trying to kill all the anti-air, keep our bombers and our T-copters safe. The aliens are fodder. We can sacrifice them. And the commanders are kind of, we want to keep them alive to capture stuff. All right, let's see what happens. Yep, some of the tanks are attacking the aliens, getting themselves poisoned. Unfortunately, one of our bombers was hit, and they blew up the Jeep. That really stinks. I like the Jeep. It's very useful on this map, actually. But this bomber can actually be repaired. I'm not going to move it backwards right now. So let's destroy the remaining anti-airs. This one's poisoned, but it's still worth destroying it completely since it chose to attack us. Now there's only one anti-air left. That's really good. We can start bringing this bomber in. We can, I don't know, we'll damage this a little bit, damage this a little bit. I'm trying to put it near this so we can cover that and prevent the enemy from building there. Also, notice that the Pioneer built a factory here. I don't want that to start making anti-air too, so I'm going to capture it with my commander. It's kind of why I ignored this. It's more valuable to just stop the enemy from building things. The super tanks are really annoying. They're pretty good to sacrifice aliens into. And I'll also sacrifice an alien into this anti-air so it will kill itself eventually. The aliens are really good at just doing damage over time. This commander is going to hop over here. We're going to try to grab this. This commander is going to hop over here. We're going to try to grab this. This commander is going to come down here to grab this. And this commander is going to try not to die to those scary tanks. So I'm actually going to move it away a little bit. We could make a cheap air unit, or we could make a Pioneer. It's good to have a little bit more economy. We don't have very much right now. However, we're battling right now, though, so I'm going to build the seaplane. All right, let's end our turn there. That's pretty good. Yeah, they're destroying my aliens, but that's okay. They did their job. Everything poisoned will just slowly die. I don't really need to do anything. And we've already, yeah, you see they built another one. That's one of the reasons I'm stealing this factory, so they can't build more anti-air out of it. The units covering these won't move, so you don't have to worry about them, because they don't move. Like, this has not tried to chase anything down, for example. Alright, since nothing attacked this corner, I'm free to grab that. And this is good to go over here as well. But there's some more anti-air, so let's make sure to bomb the heck out of them. I like using the weakened bombers to cover the factory, so they stop building units. And then the regular bombers can kill the actual units themselves. I'm not going to attack these super tanks because they're poisoned. They'll die over time. Unfortunately, it means this commander is going to get wrecked if it tries to capture that. So we can't capture that right now. But that's okay. Seaplane will just chip this a little bit. And we'll start bringing this over here. Eventually, we'll be able to drop it there, just not right now. That's pretty good. I'm going to build a Pioneer because I might as well. I want more things to capture with, just to help accelerate that win condition. But we're looking really good. Since all of our bombers are alive, this is going pretty well. We only have one capture, though, so we definitely need to speed that up, and our power level is pretty low. So we're going to want to make sure to blow up a lot more units. And you see, everything with poisoned is taking a huge amount of damage. They're pecking at me, trying to do a little damage, but they can't do anything. I've completely stopped them from being able to hurt me by turn 5. That's how powerful this strategy is. Alright, so I'm going to bring this over here and try to capture these power stations. Grab this one, and finish grabbing this one. That's my second building captured, by the way. Only my second. Got a lot more to do. Bring this over here. Now, even though these are poisoned, I still want to get rid of them because they're going to stop my commander from capturing stuff. So we can actually use the bombers to finish them off. Good damage. Is this covering this? Yes, it is, unfortunately. So I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm actually going to move the bomber off this to blow that up. And then I'm going to T-copter drop the commander here so it can start capturing this. I don't actually want to capture this, come to think of it. I might want the enemy to build more stuff if if my power level isn't high enough, but we'll see. We'll see. I might choose not to capture that. Pay attention to the bomber's fuel. You don't want anyone to run out. We'll use the T-copter to refuel them next turn, and of course this can come over here and finish that off. Great. And I'm gonna keep spamming these pioneers because they can help me capture buildings, and that's our main concern right now, just making sure we can capture. All right, I'm gonna end my turn. Nice. So I'm gonna start capturing our win condition buildings. And this one's already done, so I can move over here and grab this. I don't really want this because I'm worried that my power level is still too low. I actually want the enemy to build more things for me to blow up, as weird as that might sound. I'm going to use this to blow up the anti-air. And then kind of put it in formation and heal them with the T-copter. Now the enemy doesn't have enough units for me to attack, which is really annoying. I need more things to blow up so I can increase my power level. Weird problem to have, right? Also be careful not to kill the last unit or you'll accidentally win too soon. So instead of capturing, I'm gonna double click on this unit and actually just fling it over here because I want them to build more things so that I can blow up more things. Since this bomber doesn't really have a target, I don't want it to go all the way over there. I'm just going to move it next to the T-copter so it can get supplied, and we'll start getting the seaplane in a similar position. I'll build an infantry to kill this. Actually, I think that's just going to die to poison, so I'm going to ignore it. This won't blow up, so we're good. And I've got a bunch more stuff that can do a bunch more captures. All right, I like our position, and we're so far ahead of time. Like we're on turn 6, and we could have won the level already. But I just want the stars, and that's the only reason we haven't already ended the level. Now that we have like complete and total control, we're just gonna capture everything. Again, I'm not capturing this because I want them to build. That'll blow up on its own. We're doing great on captures. Yeah, there's not much else for me to do. So I'm just gonna end my turn here. There we go. Built something else for me to blow up. Perfect. And let's take a look at our power rating. Still too low. We're gonna have to blow up some more stuff. But actually, on captures, we need 3 more. So 1. And then we'll, just move these towards whatever's nearest for them to grab. I don't want to grab that, though. I'll try to grab this. Grab that. I mean, I could build, but that doesn't count as a capture, so I don't care. Alright, that's pretty good. How are we doing on captures right now? We should be close to done. Yeah, I just need 1 more capture, and I have 4 turns to do it. So I'll just end my turn here. Perfect. Also, that seaplane is looking a little low on fuel. Let's make sure to supply it. We don't want anything to blow up at this stage because we're just trying to build up our power. That looks pretty good. We'll grab this. Grab this. Come over here. Yeah, you don't really have to go for the objective buildings. They don't matter at all. The important thing is just that we achieve what we're trying to do. What's our power rating? Okay, 3. It's perfect. So once we capture 1 more thing, we can blow up this tank and win the game. So I'm going to cover this now because we have enough power. I'm going to start attacking this. I'm not going to finish it off, though. And then my turn. And you see, I really won this level in like the first 4 turns just by taking out the anti-air and killing everything with bombers. Okay. This is probably overkill. Let's see, have I done it? Yeah. And then once you have enough captures, power, and pace, you're good to finish off the last unit. Winning you the game. You don't even need to care about the multicolored buildings. That's not important. And let me know if this helped you.